Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here, greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is Thursday, and on my lap, I have a little bleppo. And by bleppo, of course, I just mean this is Gojira, the hamster. For whatever reason, I keep blowing on you and startling you, I'm so sorry. For whatever reason, I really like the name bleppo right now. It's just one of those things, you know, it's just, the name really resonates. I mean, it doesn't resonate like a real name, but it's just resonating as in it sounds silly, and so I repeat it a lot. Oh, you're nibbling. Well, I'm going to put her back in her cage because she was digging and chewing and looking for seeds. And as you can see, maybe, her head is filled with seeds. So I'm going to put her away because she's a sweetheart. Here we go. Thank you so very, very much. Very, very good. I actually changed up some of my hamster cages yesterday. I decided I liked having hamsters next to me. And so right next to me, I used to have just something to prop up a hamster cage. And then I had a hamster cage. And then I've got Gojira in her hamster cage. Well, what I did was I took the thing that was propping up the hamster cage and I moved that. And I took one of the other hamster cages from against the wall and I'm using that to prop up the cage. So I have a hamster cage and a hamster cage and then a hamster cage. So I have 3 hamsters next to me. And the one hamster that's not right now is little Saber. She's up against the wall because that's just the way it has to be. There's no room here for me to have 4 hamsters to grab onto. Oh my gosh. I mean, having the 2 hamsters here and then the hamster here, that eats up a lot of room. It's not just, you know, you walk in and it's wide and open anymore. I mean, you walk in and there's the chair and my computer stuff, and then there's the things against the wall, and then there's the hamster cages. So, I mean, it's open, but there's things in here. I mean, they're the same things that have always been in here. It's just they're not up against the wall now. They're more out here in the open, like freestanding sculptures that are hamsters. What can I say? I am the crazy hamster man, so it's a good thing. I mean, I only have 4. I don't want more than 4 anymore. So I was bad back in my past few years back after my wife died when I had 28 hamsters. So it was important. I needed to get out of my head taking care of creatures and beings that weren't me, but that was just way too many. My housemates would come over and they would help me take care of the hamsters, so thumbs up. But now I just have a sane number, 4. And of course, things keep closing in town. Just thought I'd mention, there's more and more empty storefronts, so thumbs up. We used to have many, well, when I say many, like 3 pet stores in town. We don't have any pet stores in town anymore. The last one closed, so if you want to buy a pet, you got to go to Olympia. Everything is shutting down. Everything. There's just more and more closed stores downtown. Thumbs up for that. I mean, we have some things in town, of course. There are those, they're not antique shops, but it's not really junk either. But it's, you know, those secondhand stores. There's a lot of secondhand stores. Those are booming. But other businesses that sell things that aren't just junk that other people are trying to get rid of, you know, like restaurants and actual selling things stores, most of those are just shutting down and going away. There was a Pizza Hut in Shelton. It's gone. Now if you want to get Pizza Hut pizza, they say, hey, come to our place in our other town that's a good 30 or 40 miles away. So, yay. But again, as stated, not everything's going away. I mean, we actually have that, I don't know if it's a chain, I mean, it's a chain, but I don't know if it's a big, huge chain. It's called like Play Now. And you go in and you rent time on their consoles and you can play on their consoles. But they also merged in Olympia with a game store. So when you go into the store in Olympia, there's a big, comparatively big section in the back where they have board games, role-playing games, figures, paints, stuff like that. And in the one here in town, it's got the row of consoles and chairs where you get your time, and it's all safe, of course. It's not just like Xboxes on a desk. Everything's back behind stuff, so it's safe. But still, you get your controller, you can sit in a chair, you can play your game on your TV for an hour, and then after the time's gone, then you either buy more time or you just talk. But every night at about 6 o'clock, they have role-playing games being played there. Primarily it's Dungeons and Dragons. They also play stuff like Pokemon cards, so thumbs up for that. But, oh, there's a mosquito flying around. Because again, my window's open for ventilation. Thumbs up for that. So not everything is closing down, but not everything is staying open. It's just depressing as all get out. We have abandoned they're not abandoned buildings. In fact, the last of them, the abandoned buildings, we used to have abandoned buildings in town. But I just realized there aren't anymore. A couple years back, like one of the last big ones, burned down. Huge fire. I just happened to be downtown at 2:30 in the morning to watch this fire and the building burning down and the fire trucks and, trying to keep everyone, get out of here, mosquito, trying to keep everyone safe while the building was burning down. So that went down, and then there was a couple other abandoned buildings that they just got people in and tore them down. So all the abandoned places are gone, which is good. Abandoned buildings aren't, well, no, there are some places in town. Oh yeah, there is one block that is one big building piece. At one end of it is the local Shelton food bank, All Saints Pantry. And thank you very, very much for everybody who's been trying to help me on that. Thank you very much. Because I've gone there and I've looked at the building, and that's good. But at this side of the building, there is I don't know really how to describe it. It's one of those, I'd say they're the crazy religious places, because it's got a big sign on the outside that says casting out spirits and unclean devils, and it's got, all these biblical chapters and verses, and it's that kind of place. But at the same time, they sell things. If you want to buy clothing, cheap clothing, you can go in there. It's very religious, but it's also, new age religious on top of mosquito, on top of the old age stuff, because, they also do crystals and essential oils. But that place, there's a restaurant that had to close down. Just, no one could go in anymore. It was, I can't even remember, condemned without being condemned. But it was the big sign that said, no human beings inside. It is too freaking dangerous. Stay out. No one can go in here to do anything. That is now up on the front of one of their doors. The entrance to their place, part of it is buckled inward like somebody hit it with a car. And it's just rotten wood inside there. So the structure is collapsed inward where it looks like someone hit it. The door top is like just exposed, rotting looking beams. So how much of that is going to come down? How much of that do they need to work on? Is the food bank going to be able to stay open? Am I going to be able to get there this next week? Because it's already closed this week. It's only open like a couple days a week. But that's a lot of what's happening. Buildings are just falling apart to the point that they're falling apart. And then there's one of those cheap little food stores. It's not a cheap little food store. It's like a grocery outlet. They get off-brand and older and stuff like that. And so you can go in and buy food. It's perfectly good food. It's safe. It's edible. It tastes good. It's off-brand. It's weird stuff, but it's cheap. They are part of a block right next to it. So there's their building, and then they're part of another bigger building set. The entirety of that other building set part is just empty. So it's not really abandoned, but it's empty. Part of it looks like it was a bar, because it says like I can't even, like something brewery. It's like you'd go in and it would be a bar, and it had part of the doors, because they were repurposing all this building stuff. There were garage doors, so it was a garage door, but it was the restaurant on the inside, restaurant/bar, and it was a couple rooms. That's all just been empty during the entire time I've been here. So, well, I don't know about the entire time, but at least the last 5 years it's been empty. And the rest of the building that's attached to is just dark, and things put up against the windows so that you just can't look inside because it's empty. The entire building section. Nothing. Nobody uses it. Nobody has money. So, yay. On the other hand, of course, our streets are looking good because we put a lot of money into those. So even though the town is being emptied out from the inside, sort of rotting at the core, our streets look good. Yeah, it's been like a year, but they're finally getting finished. Looking good. Blacktop looks nice. And of course, I started earlier today because I have therapy today. And I don't have money, so I can't drive. So it's going to be an online session, but it's just my regular therapist. It's not an online therapist. So I got up at 6 o'clock today so I could start recording, so I could start editing, so I could start rendering and upload and get it all ready to go so that you're watching this at 9 o'clock my time, Pacific Standard Time, since I'm in Washington State, United States of America, Northern America, Northern continent, on the planet Earth of the solar system. It's either the Sagittarius or the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy that our planet is located in. I can't remember. Part of the local cluster of galactic structures. Thumbs up for that. Now you know exactly where you are. I had started talking about something I wanted to talk about, and now that I've gone off and done that, I've forgotten entirely what I was going to talk about. That's kind of depressing because I specifically wanted to talk about it too. Drat. Oh well, that's my brain for you. Thumbs up for that. Oh yeah, I know I was talking about therapy. Yeah, so I've got to get this all done, which is why I've started early, so there's not really an issue on getting it all done. Thumbs up for that. And of course, my Super Cane Magic Zero hat from the game, Super Cane Magic Zero, and the saber that was given to me by the people the PR firm for Super Cane Magic Zero. I think that's pretty awesome. I wish the people at the game Astroneer had not been as weasel-like as they were. And I say weasel-like in quotes. I mean, again, just to tell you what was going on. Last December, they contacted me, the Astroneer, because their game Astroneer was coming out 1.0 release, and they saw that I kept making videos, and they said, hey, we're going to send you an influencer package. And then they never did. So I said, should I keep looking? And they went, oh, we'll send that to you for real this time. And then when it never showed up, they just stopped answering my emails. So they strung me along and then did nothing, and now my issues with the game, I was checking out forums and such, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's really irritated with what they did. So I barely play because I don't enjoy it anymore. I really liked it before their zero 1.0 release. But once they hit 1.0, the controls went way backward. Way backward. Harder to control. The camera became clunkier and more difficult to control. Using the things that they gave you in-game became much more difficult. It was just, it went from, the setting went from a wild, weird, and fascinating setting to generic alien planet number 3268. So it lost all this stuff, but it gained a 1.0 release that pissed off a lot of people. Kitty? She's going crazy over there. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is arranged because even though I count American Sign Language with my fibro and depression, you saw how I forgot. That happens easily. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. I'm better than most, but... And of course, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up. Answer as many as I can for right now. Just thanking you for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Fact is, you left me a comment. Greatly appreciated. We have D-Des. Thank you very, very much. And Fidelity B. Fidelity, not Fidelity. Fidelity B, thank you very, very much. And Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. Random One Crap, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. And then we have Perspective with a capital E at the end, thumbs up and thank you. Paladin Walliam, thank you very, very much. Xander Reimers, greatly appreciated. Confused Owls, 29, thumbs up. And then we have Underscore Cherry, greatly appreciated. Nope, already did that one. So Caleb Butler, there we go. Ryan Morris, greatly appreciated. Camel Toe, T-O-W, son of a gun. David Zando, greatly appreciated. Seth Owens, thumbs up. And then we have Merrily Kashiro, greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the comments. Ern Grung, thank you very, very much. Mocha's Buns, thumbs up and thank you. Borg H, greatly appreciated. And Mom Spaghetti 69 OWOXD, you know, for the big smiley face laughter. And then we have Bullcrap TV, thumbs up and thank you. Ryan Davies, greatly appreciated. Luana Selena, thumbs up. Narm 67, hope to see you in the comments more often. Miss everybody, always when they vanish. And Not Apple Pie, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you, each and every one of you. I'm trying my best not to clear my throat or cough, so maybe I should just cough. Excuse me. It's all that cannabis smoking. I have been a non-smoker my whole life until 5 years ago when I picked up cannabis for my chronic pain. I was on 28 prescription meds and 45 milligrams of methadone on top of that. Now, I use cannabis, and I'm able to do more and be more active than I have been on any other medication. Without cannabis, I would be bedridden. And if you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would what? I would understand if you did not want to subscribe. I mean, look at me. But if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time, which will hopefully be a little bit more than next Tuesday or next Thursday, because that soon, that's just no fun at all. I mean, if you're going to die, if the universe is going to come to a complete end, then you might as well have it just come to an end long time from now, you know? Not right now. Just trying to show off with my accents again. Sorry about that. Anyway, I got this video. I got another video. I got to edit and render. I still have my walkies videos, so there's stuff a-coming, and I'm always thinking of weird things to do. So thank you very much for watching, and you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.